Thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski. On this podcast, we talk about ways for you to grow in your life and in your business to make more money, reach your goals, and go further towards where you want to be in your life. Now today I'm going to talk about motivation and self-discipline. For those that feel like you're lacking motivation and self-discipline, I believe this is one of the number one habits that you need to develop and you need to grow into and grow out of your old way of doing things if you ever want to be successful as an entrepreneur. I can hold on one hand and look at people that succeed, they have self-discipline. People that fail, they don't. People that succeed, they are not feeling like they need motivation. People that fail, they feel like they lack motivation, and that's why they struggle. And so if you can grow in this area, it will revolutionize and transform your life because you won't struggle to take action on the things that you need to do. You won't be procrastinating. You won't come up with reasons why you can't do them right now. And this is one of the biggest things that you need to grow into. You need to take action even when you don't feel like it. That's what self-discipline is, by taking personal responsibility in your life. One of the biggest things that can help you in this is by removing the temptation for self-sabotage. Whatever it is, many times your diet has something to do with this. High sugary drinks and food and high carbs and stuff like that will actually make it to where you struggle to maintain focus in your life. Not having enough sleep, having a lot of television going on, having a lot of stress going on. My friends, you don't have to live in a state of constant stress. You don't. You may have lived that your whole life and feel like, I can't change it. I'm here to tell you this, that's what you believe. It's not true, because I have seen it happen where people structure their lives in a way and they make hard decisions to change how they've always done things so that they are no longer stressed out, so that they have boundaries to say no to things that they previously said yes to. They plan for success. They have a healthy self-image. These are things that affect your ability to have self-discipline. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you're worth disciplining yourself, then you won't. And you'll constantly be looking for things to blame outside of you for why you can't succeed, for why you can't be disciplined. You're going to constantly find things that validate to you why you can't as well. And unfortunately, that has probably become the pattern in your life. You get some motivation and then it dips. You start something, you're happy and excited about it, it dips, and then you stop. And then you're waiting until the moment where you get that motivation, and you're feeling like that motivation is what drives you. You got to give up being controlled by your feelings. You're going to have to grow out of, it's a childish, it's a teenager type mentality that I only do what feels good, into an adult mentality, and that has nothing to do with age. You could be 50 years old and still operating out of this childish teenager mindset of needing motivation and not being self-disciplined. And so this is an area to grow out of. This is an area for you to grow into. Depending on your life experience, you could have had a traumatic experience in your childhood or teenage years that taught you that you only do what feels good and that you wait until it feels right before you take action. And you only wait until you're motivated enough to take action. And that may be the habit that you've always lived in your life, but it doesn't have to be that way moving forward. In fact, it can't be that way. If you want to be successful as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you have to give up the need to have motivation. You have to give up your desire to get more motivated. Hear me out. You have to no longer require motivation as part of your success plan. And that when it doesn't exist, then you're not successful. You need to break up with and divorce motivation. This is huge. Motivation is fleeting. Motivation is just a feeling. Motivation really is, it's essentially just chemicals in your brain. They're like these brain drugs that make you feel really excited about something. The truth is, business, you are not going to be motivated because what it takes to be successful is demotivating almost every step of the way. And so when you realize this, You're not looking for motivation. You're looking for strategies to be more disciplined for when you don't feel like doing what you want to do. Yes, are there days where you're motivated? Absolutely. But the people that succeed take action when they don't feel like it, when they lack motivation. They're not looking for motivation to be successful. They have grown out of that childish state of mind into being somebody that is an adult that chooses to do what they want to do regardless of what feels good inside of them. They figure out a plan for success. They get rid of what causes them to self-sabotage. They break up with opportunities for self-sabotage. They remove the temptation from their life. Some of you need to change the friends you're listening to because they're demotivational, the TV shows you watch, the video games you play, the websites you visit, the social media scrolling. Social media scrolling essentially fires dopamine in your brain, which gives you just enough to keep you scrolling and keep you motivated to scrolling, and then removes a lot of the motivation from the rest of your life. And so, my friends, if you can figure out a way to set your life up for success, to start to be more disciplined, to start to take back control of your life. And by the way, don't beat yourself up when you're not disciplined. This is a huge part of this. Break up with beating yourself up when you're not doing the right things. Listen, you're not going to be superhuman. You're not going to never fail. You're going to make mistakes. It's a part of life for you to make mistakes. It's a part of reality of being a human being. You're going to sleep in some days. You're going to eat the cupcake. It's okay. Yesterday, I did not feel any motivation. So I actually rested the whole day because I realized I probably hadn't taken a day off in over a week. So I'm going to take a day where I just kind of coast through the day. And now I'm back at it today, hitting things hard. Sometimes you need to give yourself those breaks instead of beating yourself up. And so these are strategies. First off, I want you to start to challenge the excuses that you have. What's your reasoning why that you think that you need motivation and can't be disciplined? What do you tell yourself? What's the limiting belief inside your head that says, I need this and I can't do it until I do? Or what's the thing that says, I can't go do this, and it might just be because you just don't feel like it. It just doesn't feel good. And I get that because I experienced that in my life so powerfully. Oftentimes when we have that anxiety, it's because there's something that we're not doing that we need to do, somebody that we need to talk to. That's why a therapist is helpful. That's why reading through self-help books is helpful. That's why talking with your spouse through tough things is helpful to get them off your chest. Break up with your need to be liked and to please everybody around you. These things, I talk about these on all of my podcast episodes. I actually wrote down today the 7 most deadly habits of people that don't succeed in business. They're perfectionists. So they don't ever take action unless it's perfect, unless there's a perfect scenario, and they're constantly waiting for some fairy tale moment of perfect before they move forward and start to progress in their life. And in fact, it never happens because it's not reality. You got to break up with the fairy tale, my friends. They're people pleasers. They're constantly trying to make everybody in their life happy. They don't want any conflict. They're constantly trying to please other people. They're a pleaser. You won't be successful in business if you're a pleaser. They lack motivation and self-discipline. That's what we're talking about in this episode. They feel the need to be right and know what the right things are and constantly have the right answer all the time to everybody's questions. This is a deadly, suicidal, prideful habit that may have come in through your life experiences that you have to break up with if you ever want a chance to be successful as a business owner. They're controlled by what feels good instead of choosing to do the right thing. They put off to tomorrow doing what needs to be done today. And the last one, they don't make daily videos on social media. This is a huge thing because they're afraid of, well, I don't know what to post. No, it's not that you don't know what to post. You're afraid of it being the wrong thing, people judging you, it not getting engagement, and not being effective. That's actually the reality. You have too many ideas and you're afraid of it not being the right one. And so because of all these issues, perfectionism, lack of motivation, your fear, worry, whatever it is, You've convinced yourself that you can't post on social media. You've convinced yourself of all these things that I've talked about for why you can't, and you're fighting for your limitations for why you can't be successful. What if you fought as hard as you have for your limitations to succeed, to have self-discipline, to do things when you don't feel like it? What would happen in your life? I'll tell you what would happen. The dreams that you have inside of you would start to come together. The things that you've always wanted will start to come into your life. And you wonder why those things haven't happened yet. You might say, I've tried all the things. No, you haven't. Otherwise, you'd have the life that you want. I promise you that. Let me answer that one. Oh, I've tried all the things. No, you've tried what you think are the right things. What you fully believe are the right things. When the truth of what the right things are is the opposite of what you believe. So this is an indicator that you have beliefs in your life that are wrong, that you're holding to as truths. Because otherwise you would be successful. That's how life works. You would have your goals. And so until you have everything that you've dreamed of in your life, and I truly believe that you can. I've seen it happen in my life. I've seen it happen with people that have become multimillionaires. They have had balance in their family, their relationships, their friendships. They have thriving family life. They have a thriving business, and they're not stressed out. They don't want to kill themselves over the stress. My friends, you got to break up with these beliefs that, I don't want to do it for the money because I don't want to be so stressed out and be overworked. My friends, you don't have to. If you get this stuff right in your head. And stop waiting to be motivated to take action. Start setting your life, your environment up for success. Breaking up with your excuses, challenging the excuses that you give yourself every single day. Breaking up with the need for things to always go your way. This is a huge one. Delayed gratification. To where if I don't get what I want, then I'm going to give up it all. If I don't get the engagement I want, I'm never freaking posting on social media again because I need it now. I need it now. I need it now, not later. It's an addiction. I need it now, not later. And if I don't get it now, I'm going to cry like a little baby. I see people do this, literally. That's the reason why they don't post on social media, because they posted once, it didn't work, they beat themselves up, they started crying like a little baby, and they never posted again. Break up with that. Stop doing that. Start making decisions in your life that are going to set you up for success. Start changing who you're listening to. Remove the temptations for self-sabotage out of your life, and just do the thing that you need to do even when you don't feel like it. It starts with consistent, small actions. They compound over time. Consistent little actions start to build upon each other, and you start to see your life come together in the way that you want it to be. And it's like growing a muscle. It's like bodybuilding. That's why sleep and nutrition are actually huge parts of becoming more disciplined, becoming more productive, becoming a more powerful person, becoming the type of person that produces the result. And my friends, I mean this, you have to break up with being so focused on the outcome. Embrace the process. Embrace the habits. Embrace doing the things every single day, even when you don't see the result. And get your eyes off of needing that result for you to feel good. Kill that thing in your life that says, if I don't see results, I'm not going to do it. I'm serious. I mean that so hardcore. Kill that thing in your life. That's what produces financial success beyond your wildest dreams, is when you can kill that thing where you take action even when you're not seeing progress. You know, I hear people say, it's just my personality. It's just what I do. It's just how I am. So that's a cop-out. You've tied your identity to a habit that will literally make it impossible for you to ever be successful in a business. If that's your belief, Great. Go work for somebody else. Go work a job. You won't be able to be successful as a business owner. You're going to have to start doing hard things, even when you don't feel like them, on a regular, consistent, daily basis. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting until you get permission from people. Start setting your life up for success to support you. Start saying no to distractions. Start saying no to things that are sucking your time and your energy away. Start dedicating your energy towards what's productive instead of what you feel like you should do based on what other people around you tell you should do. Well, if I don't do this, my wife's going to be pissed. If I don't do this, the guy at church is going to be pissed. If I don't do this, I'm not going to be a good Christian. Oh my gosh, I hear these excuses, and I hate it when people tie it to religion. Because essentially they're saying, well, God said I need to do that, so I can't change. It's a load of crap. It really is. It is. Absolutely. Break up with believing these lies that you have in your life. Start developing better habits. Stop going after perfection and just go after progress. One step at a time. Every single day. Listen, you're not going to grow and become the best, most consistent, self-disciplined person overnight. Some of you might say, I'm not disciplined overnight, so I'm not going to ever be disciplined at all. No. It grows over time by you doing it and developing the habits. It takes 65 days to develop a habit, not 21, by the way. 21 just begins to start to develop the habit, but it takes 65 to actually solidify it. If you can consistently do something for 2 months and 5 days, your life will change. Start doing the hard things that you've been putting off. Start doing the things that you've been avoiding in your life, and start to see your life come together in ways that you never imagined. Stop fighting for your limitations. Stop fighting for the right to suck. And start fighting for your ability to create the life that you want. I mean that, my friends. Give up this story that you tell yourself for why you can't succeed. I don't know all the right things to do. I don't know what to post on social media. I don't have the motivation. I just always been this way. I struggle, and then I just can't seem to push forward. I just can't seem to get it done. I get in front of the computer and then nothing happens. Change a different story. Start saying different stuff to yourself. I do have discipline. I am developing discipline. I'm starting to be a disciplined person, and I'm starting to see my dreams come together in my life, even when you don't see them. Start to believe it before it becomes your reality. Step out in faith, and that's what creates the life that you want. Too many of you are living based off of just what's in front of your face and what you feel, and you will never get past the life you've ever been living until this changes in you. I believe in you, and I know that it's possible. And that's why I've made so many podcast episodes and teachings on this topic. Are you ready to grow out of this? If you're not, stop listening to me. Unsubscribe from me. Unfollow me. Don't ever go through any more of my courses. Go get a job and give up on the dream of entrepreneurship. That's what I would recommend. If you're willing to grow in this area of self-discipline, no longer looking for demotivation, you'll start to see success in your life. Grow your life, everybody. Listen, if you need some more help, hands-on, one-on-one in your business, I'd love to coach with you. You can purchase a package of coaching on my website. You can DM me and ask more about coaching. We can talk about it, about your goals and your business. If you just have a quick thing to toss around, need some advice in your business, post it in the hashtag Grow Your Life Facebook group or send me a direct message. I reply back to everybody. And by the way, Don't make that lame excuse that, I'm afraid to be a bother to you, Jeremiah, because I'm afraid that I'm going to waste your time. No, cut that excuse out. Don't make me the reason why you're not successful. I'm here as a resource for you to be successful. And you can ask me anything that you want. I want to see you succeed more than even I think you want to succeed. Are you ready to start seeing the life that you want come together? Finances come in, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures in your life. Or you want to keep living how you've been? It's up to you. The choice is yours. We'll talk soon, everybody.